get the same kind of heroes we're seeing, but we're not really seeing the OD anymore because it's always banned. Do you reckon we'll see an Ember Spirit this time around, though?
It's possible, perhaps, if the Queen of Pain is picked up, but Nyx Assassin isn't. Right, you can pick that Ember for the mid laner to deal with 9, unless they just ban out. I'm not sure. We'll see if they ban out 9 Squap. It looked pretty damn solid.
It did look very scary. Let's see. We do have the draft available, so let's jump into it and see if they do take the Queen of Pain out of it at all or not. Tundra. Did they get rid of the Mars this time around?
They ban out the Mars and Yayo. This is what they banned out in the first game when they played versus Team Spirit long time ago. Yeah, in the first series. So we'll see. That time they picked Bane in the first stage. So maybe they follow up. Team Spirit actually banned out the Spirit Breaker that game too, and then followed up with the Snapfire. Snapfire did fall out of favor in the last couple of days, a little bit at least. So yeah, I'm expecting perhaps something different here.
What did they ban in this slot before? Breaker and
Snap. Or you mean today?
In this series. Yeah.
What
in
was
game
it?
1 or game 2?
Breaker and Quap in game 1.
Game 2.
Yep. In game 2, I can't remember.
In game number 2, Team Spirit banned out Spirit Breaker and Weaver.
Okay. First pick Razor.
They go back into the Quab ban.
They do ban out the Quab. Okay, there we go. So they pick up the Razor on the side of Tundra. This does allow Team Spirit to possibly go for that Bane if they want it.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess you're probably going to pick Bane here, right? But I wonder if you are concerned about the Abaddon pickup straight away. Because I think that's something that Tundra might do here. Like you pick the Razor and then you... If they pick these kind of stunts, you just go Abaddon straight away, so you don't have it banned second phase.
Are we going to see Mira Monkey King today? Like that's something that they've been picking in the first stage before, but
yeah, Weaver is also there. They have done Weaver Monkey King together as well.
I would love to see the Weaver too, just because of the matchup with the Razor. You can flex it, you can put it on the carry position as well if you wanted to, and it scales well versus the Razor, right?
That is what you sound like. That is what you sound like.
Yeah, that would make. I mean, I imagine it's Bane Weaver. That just seems to make a lot of sense. But it is instead going to be an assassin. Why?
Oh yeah, the OD.
Because we forgot about this guy.
Yeah, he's coming back. OD making it through the ban phase under our radars. And he is going to be grabbed by Team Spirit here. And of course, they can flex it across many roles as well. Didn't look quite as good when Toronto Tokyo played it, but looked excellent in the hands of Collapse.
Yeah, I think this is most certainly Collapse's hero also because it just fares so well with Nyx Assassin and lane. You have the setup for the stun. You have this really strong ranged offlaner together with the 4 Nyx. It's just a dream, right? And then it's like one of the most OP heroes of the patch. So very strong opening here. I completely forgot that OD existed for a minute there.
It's been so long since we've seen it because it's just been banned every time. That's what happens. People do not like playing into this hero.
So now Abaddon does not look very appetizing here. You're going to look for something else. There's the Rubik, right? What else have we talked about? It's been good against OD.
Yeah, usually it's the Rubik that's amazing versus OD because of the steal of Astral Imprisonment. Besides that, we always... that Puck wasn't bad, yeah. To lane against
Nature's Prophet, maybe.
Yeah, as well, position 5.
I think
you're not going to pick that
it with a silencer, if I'm not mistaken.
As long as you can get on top of him and disable him.
Oh,
whoa. That's an OD counter.
Broodmother from Tundra Esports here.
Well, I kind of like it, actually, because it's like... It's certainly good against OD, right? It makes OD's game really uncomfortable throughout. Like, he does not like these spiders. Small ones.
He doesn't like spiders. He's a bit of an arachnophobe, is he, OD?
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, it's going to be the Nyx Assassin's job to come in with that glass, you know, and scoop up the spider and run outside with it whilst OD screams in the corner.
If you're Team Spirit, what's the best counter for the Broodmother that you can get? I really like the Kunkka ban, I feel that hero is probably one of the best versus Brood, always has been.
Yeah, the Sand King didn't work out so hot for Team Secret, so
Radiant
I'm leaning against that.
Monkey King can also be maybe a thing, because you can kind of dominate him early on, and then you can kill the spiders with one Q.
Do you win that lane as Monkey King? I'm still thinking you get a lot of mischance
Yeah,
there.
who knows, man? At this point,
Time
like,
to ban.
You said that as if a man who's been scarred by many a brood pick in his time.
no, I mean we never really see brood these days, right? It's hard to really tell.
Right.
And usually it's in pubs, it's usually these mid brood spammers, right? So you don't really get to see that these matchups play out.
10
Like,
seconds remaining.
Yep. Pretty much the last time I saw Brood
5
being
seconds
picked up a
remaining.
lot was in the last DPC season. The Chinese region picked it a lot on offlane. I remember some picks in EU as well.
yeah,
And they would go for those greaves and utility builds. But I can't. I'm trying to remember like how exactly it fell out of favor and why. I think Troll was the best pickup on the safe lane versus her, but you're playing into a Razor as well.
10
but he also got
seconds
nerfed since
remaining.
then, right?
Yeah.
Like right as the
5
patch, like
seconds
they
remaining.
changed the Broodmother so she had this Silken Bowler and stuff, and then it was really popular for a while. But then it got nerfed. The Monkey King gets banned, and TA is also a really good answer, right? So makes the bans make a lot of sense. What about Ember Spirit now for Team Spirit? That could also maybe be a thing.
10 seconds remaining.
I'd like to see it. It's been really good most of the times when we've seen this Ember hero. It's been very,
5
very
seconds remaining.
effectual.
I wouldn't mind any sort of a spirit, any sort of hero that can actually follow Broodmother over the cliffs, right, and catch her, which is another way of dealing with her, not only in the lane, but having something to follow her and actually kill her off.
Would Void Spirit suffice? I mean, you got the physical shield to help you against her a little bit more, but at the same time, you don't quite have the same level of catch. So I guess the trade-off there, right?
Yeah, you're right in that way. Like, you can't really catch her. You can get on top of her, slow her down a little bit, but that's about it.
Mm.
Earth Spirit ban. So, did they expect some Earth Spirit mid lane?
Maybe.
Or that's something that Tundra did use to roll?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you do have the nukes, right? So you're not as scared of Pox and
10 seconds remaining.
these type of heroes, but Earth Spirit though could be really strong here with Tundra.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I like that idea. And 9 does play at mid as well if they wanted to go down that route.
But yeah, this is a 33 Brood, probably going offlane, right? So you have to pick a safe laner that can deal with that somehow. I think the Troll makes a lot of sense. But they already have the Razor, right? That's kind of a, yeah.
10 seconds
What we talked about earlier sounds juicy, but Razor versus all these melees that are decent versus Broodmother, usually Razor is good against them, so you have yourself covered. I really like these two openings, actually, on both sides. Like in Nyx Assassin and OD as well. Heroes that are decent versus OD, usually Nyx is good against them.
Are we looking at a Razor position 5 here, Lizard?
I think we are. it seems that way, yeah, indeed.
Oh boy, here we go again, but it did work last time. We were very
10
impressed by
seconds
Fada's
remaining.
Razor position 5 before. I mean, he managed to get himself a BKB in
5
that game.
seconds remaining.
Basically just became a lunatic position 5 that ran into the fights, and no one really wanted to kill him, but also he couldn't really let him survive either.
Because I was a little bit late to that game. Did he, how did he skill in the lane? Was it static link with some boots and just following people around, hitting them, or was it something else?
He went Fluffy Hat and Regen, and then he came to lane and drained the Centaur.
Oh, I see. But he can't kind of do the same to OD, right? You just imprison him, you move away. Or, I guess you do have the stun from the Raid King, right? So,
yeah, I mean, you're not going to allow, I think if you're going to play Razor 5, you're not going to allow him to just Astro you and run away, right? Maybe you are, but you at least steal like 20 damage or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, there's no way you play a core Razor into this, surely. Like, you've got 2 disruptions now on the side of Team Spirit. If your BKB's down, you're going to feel particularly useless, right?
I mean, it might still be okay. It might be the 3 core showing. Venge. Is this a 4 snaking bench? Or is it the
Oh,
Fata
man.
bench?
Is this the point where we stop trying to guess and just kind of?
I think it is. I think I'm gonna say with certainty that it's a 33 Broodmother, and
Okay.
the other 3 heroes.
No, I think it's a Snaking Venge, Fata Racer.
5
Last pick
seconds
9.
remaining.
I think it's a Fata Brood. Can you imagine?
But yeah, your Team Spirit, you have 20 seconds here. It's not easy.
Yeah,
They're
they got to
just as
figure this out,
confused.
man.
Yeah.
Radiant team.
I can only imagine the conversation though. Everyone's just like shouting, like it's Venge 3, but no, it's 33 plays Brood.
You just get this hero that's decent versus the Broodmother, right? Even though Razor was picked into Sven before, if Sven has a good time, if he gets his items, you don't really care
10
about that static
seconds
link. You
remaining.
still will just two-shot him, which is fine, right? And they don't have too much control after he gets that BKB. So,
But once again, you still have the opportunity to just put the Razor mid here now, and you have the Razor versus Sven matchup, which is good later on. And then I think 33 probably does not mind this Sven that much because he doesn't threaten him, right? He's still gonna be allowed to farm. He's still gonna buy all these tanky items and auras and halberds and stuff.
mhm.
And you're kind of forcing Team Spirit. That's something that's cool about this Brood pick too, is you force Team Spirit to react to you, right? They are not allowed to just pick whatever they want. You tell them what to pick, kind of. Because there's only a set amount of heroes that can deal with this.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
you're just throwing problems at them, and you're banning out the best solution to the Brood anyway. Pretty solid approach to the game when you're thinking, yeah, we're playing against TI winners, we're playing against favorites, arguably, in the tournament. Let's just pick our best, and also just these niche picks.
Invoker gone, Beastmaster gone. For Tundra, Team Spirit, they're going to get rid of the Tree and Protector. And now taking their time over their last ban, but they don't have much time. Both teams really running it down to the wire, as this really has been a battle of wits between Fada and Maposhka. And of course, their coaches as well, Aoi 2000 and Silent.
I'm not going to even try to attempt and figure out what Tundra will last pick here. But Team Spirit, any sort of catch for them, some mobile mid laner, I would like to see.
Welcome to the club. I'm not even going to try and guess what they're doing, club.
Yeah, it's hard to predict for sure.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Final pick from Tundra Esports now. What is it going to be? I mean, I reckon it's going to be a Pods 5. I reckon they're going to run the Razor mid.
Really? I was expecting mid lane here.
Let's see.
With that Razor 5. But okay, you're right. I was wrong. They go with the Bane. In before Bane mid.
Yeah. The real twist. Bane 5th pick, though. That is a first for this tournament, I reckon. That hero has actually snuck all the way through the draft under the cover of the madness of Tundra Esports. Team Spirit now need to answer this, knowing that it's going to be the Razor mid, the Broodmother offlane, and the Wraith King carry.
Yeah. Also another BKB disable, right? So the Sven, they're kind of dealing with Sven this way, potentially.
You do run the Brood into the Sven, even though he's got cleave, right?
Yeah, I think you don't care. You just play your Venge Brood lane down there, and then the Sven will still get pressured at some point, I think, because what you can do on Broodmother is instead of using your ultimate to create spiders, you just spam this nuke on the Sven over and over, right?
Yeah.
Because the ultimate is pretty nice nuke, plus it has like pretty low cooldown. And then Sven's gonna play on like half HP, and he's gonna be scared of dying, so he eventually will leave the lane, I think. And then the Broodmother can take over and take the tower.
I feel like you're going to zone him out by that point, like even at that level 6, unless there are some good rotations by Team Spirit. I feel like you're dominating that lane already, but not sure. We'll see. This is only the second game of Brood that I see in a really long time.
Right. I mean, they do have an SD5, which is kind of weak here, I think, as well. So maybe they will just lose the lane straight up, because Brood is not that weak of a laner.
Yeah, the lanes do look interesting. I don't know, but I think when it comes to the game itself, I mean, the Razor was weird because it was first a really bad Razor pick with the disruptions they had, and then it turned into a good one when they picked the Sven as well. But then ultimately, eventually, late game, the Sven doesn't really care about the Link anyway. I don't know. I think for me, I'm gonna go for Team Spirit this game. I think this looks like a great Sven game across the board, and that's why I'm gonna lean towards them. What do you guys think?
I also think potentially between picking Broodmother and like dealing with your own draft, Tundra forgot about the whole OD nukes lane they have staring down at them. And this OD might just have a free lane once again, right? And
Collapse
get this
OD.
fast
It's
meteor
very
hammer
scary.
and like take the tower, and then they can actually just play away from the Brood for a while
Lizard.
and eventually just take over. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Collapse OD this time around. No Sand Kings shenanigans. This is a hero that he has solo won the game, so I'll go with Team Spirit as well.
All right, there it is. 3 of us all going for Team Spirit, which means it's a sure thing for Team Tundra to take this game as we've cast them down so badly here. Right, we have a hell of a third game coming up for you guys, and we have a hell of a casting duo. 2 lovely chaps by the name of Beacop and Black for this third game.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Coming into this third game. Black, do you agree? All 3 on the panel going for Spirit?
Wait, hold a thought. Yes. Was that a good answer? Was that a... Let me think. Yes.
Yes, you agree.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, something really weird with the microphone happened. I had to like replug it or something.
Always gotta get the mic going. I was just gonna assume you were gonna say Tundra. I was gonna start speaking for you.
Why is technology so difficult sometimes?
You
Like it showed me muted, even though I wasn't muted.
It's
Have
in
to
beta,
replug
that's
it.
why.
Oh, right.
All
You know,
technology
today-
always in beta.
I went to a shop, right? They offer this like contactless like pay, right? Like you tap your card and then it's paid,
Right.
and it just didn't work. I was like, damn, technology can be so nice or so annoying. What is your take on technology? You like it? You think it's annoying? You think it's good?
I like it when it works. Other than that, not sure.
Same. I think we have the same sentiment there.
Always seems to be beneficial when it does work. And going after this third game here, well, we see a couple repeats. Got the Bane back in it. The Wraith King back in it. OD finally finds his way through. We've got Nyx Assassin once again. A lot of stable heroes inside these drafts, but then you've got some quirks like the Broodmother and then Sven coming out as well.
Yes, Sven as the quote-unquote Brood counter. But honestly, Sven against Brood is not as bad as it used to be. Because you got the Silicon Bowler, which is like, how much? 40% miss chance on every attack Sven has. And yeah, it's not that simple anymore. Once Brood is 6, Sven still has to leave the lane.
It's also not the early spiders. You'd give up more gold or anything like that. Because it used to be the insatiable hunger that's as your ult and spawn spiderlings elsewhere. So you're not giving up as much gold anymore.
Yeah, mid lane should also
Fada?
be near impossible. Fada.
And Miposhka, both heroes getting low. Brain Sap, Mirror in trouble. Back up top, Snake King low. Yatoro gets first blood. 33 will get second blood. And Mirror still survives. There was an impale that actually lands on a Fada stopping his salve, and he's out of regen.
And he's back to base. Okay, well, let's see if they can pressure Odie now with this, because he is now solo 1v2.
It's the TP out, and then now the long walk back, right?
Yeah. Just look at mid lane, such a bully lane. It's very hard for Ember. I'm surprised he even has 7 CS, to be honest. 8 now.
Miposhka now trying to run from 33 as well as snaking once again. As the magic missile came out, as well as the wave of terror. Yatoro, though, doing some good damage onto both these heroes. 4 stacks of the shadow poison onto 33. And the magic missile, now Stormhammer. 5 stacks, those pop. 33 getting really low. And they'll drop down another web. Yatoro doesn't have enough for another Stormhammer, and it's on cooldown anyway.
Yeah, really need level 3 for the level 2 Shadow Poison. Then it's really gonna hurt. Level 1 Shadow Poison is kind of like whatever. You know, like it hurts, but like the upgrade from level 1 and 2 is so huge.
Going for 24 to 36 damage, so 50% upgrade.
Yep. And it's actually so costly, that spell, Shadow Poison. 45 mana per cast to get like the full like damage is 225 mana. It's not cheap at all.
Quite a bit.
That's why I play him as a mid.
Shadow Demon?
Yeah. Oh, mid lane is great. Dude, he had 2 miss hits. It was so unlucky. Yeah, he had 2 miss hits. Unfortunate. He would have definitely been dead on Toronto Tokyo there.
Get some luck going his way, so he'll go to pick up the bounty rune, get 2 sips on that bottle. And, ooh, Snake King getting low once again. 2 stacks on the Shadow Poison, Magic Missile, make it a 3rd. Miposhka's mana, he's got enough for 1 more Shadow Poison.
1 more means he might be dead.
If he can grab the 5th, pops the stick, gets the Shadow Poison, and then pops it for the kill. So that just comes off cooldown for the stick. He had 1 charge on it, 1 shot, 1 opportunity to get that kill, and he does.
Yeah, Svendo getting harassed out of lane by Broodmother already. You just see you can't really contain the Broodmother. This insatiable hunger is way too strong. Okay.
I believe
He wanted to suicide.
Yeah.
Gets a courier too. A little bit unfortunate that Snake King beats right in his face, but yeah, because now he got all that solo experience, almost level 4 on the bench.
Yeah, about halfway there, and well, now I guess you've got Miposhka coming back into the lane. Full health, full mana, level 2 in the Shadow Poison, and you're gonna land at least 2 when you've got the Stormhammer to follow it up. You've got the Disruption, Magic Missile comes out from Snake King. You're gonna have to focus on this Brood, and Miposhka just eating the damage that's coming out from Snake King. You get a 5th, and he lands it. Oh, 30 health left on 33. Meanwhile, bottom, Fada, he's going to go down to collapse.
Yeah, combo's very deadly. Almost as a Meteor Hammer there. And the Shadow Demon damage is actually insane. As I said, level 3 onwards, there's nothing to laugh at. And now even Snaking, ooh.
Yeah, 2 Shadow Poison stacks missed, so that's just going to pop without really doing too much there to Venge. He doesn't really care about getting stunned, and he's standing his ground so far. Disruption. And more Shadow Poison. And he's got 1 more to throw, but he's 1 short of getting the ultimate shot on him, but he does end up getting the kill.
Yeah,
with
so
the illusions.
So close. And Bane to Pete middle to refill that bottle. Who's gonna get lucky? Not 9. You will eat the cheese.
Now Fada grabbing that illusion rune and then puts the Nightmare out onto Mira. And that allows him to go and swipe that bounty rune.
Yeah, Meteor Hammer now online on the Meteor Hammer. I mean, OD, sorry.
Obsidian Destroyer. Picking up that Meteor Hammer.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. And now it's time for Skeeter to say bye-bye. I didn't want to lane here anyway.
I wasn't having fun anyway.
Yeah, go away. Party pooper.
We've seen ODs do this before. They push the lane up, they get the Meteor Hammer down on the tower, and they try to press the lane as much as possible. And like you said, Skitter already gone. We've seen that too, where cores just have to leave the lane and hope that their jungle goes well and they don't get invaded too much.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to be invaded this game because Ember is taking a lot of damage. 2 levels behind the Razor already.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo not exactly having the best time here in the mid lane as he's continually being forced away and away.
Finally level 6 though, so I can make some plays happen at least. Yatoro also just farming jungle.
9, not a lot of mana working for him, but he goes after Mira, trying to get the kill on the Remnant forward from Toronto Tokyo as he hits that 6 and kills off 9.
Yeah, and a triple Remnant. 270 damage, a little bit too much for him to handle. And Odie is pushing in the bot lane now, slowly but surely.
Snaking. Messing with this Sven. Yatoro using that God Strength to farm up the jungle.
Tower is under attack.
Think he might be
Snake
dead here.
coming back.
But Yatoro says, nah. You're not worth my time.
Yeah, it doesn't have the mana for the Stormhammer anyway, so does leave the Venge to survive, and it continues to farm the jungle post God Strength, at least for the moment.
Tower is under attack.
That kill for Toronto Tokyo really helps him kind of salvage a little bit of this lane.
Yeah, very
Wow.
important for him.
Invis picked up by Maposhka, so he takes away that rune up in the top area of the river, and will start to head
Top tower is under
towards
attack.
top, but I don't think there's anything they can do to stop 33. He's already got the tower, and he really doesn't have much follow-up. There's the sentry, now the magic missile, and that'll allow him to take out the dire sentry right there. Looks for an obs ward with the wave, but won't find it.
What about the top tower though, B-Cup? Broodmother
Let's
just
go.
ate it.
On to the next one.
Yeah, Fata bottom has to be a little careful. I think Odie could have just killed him there if he wanted to drop the hammer, but he says it's not worth it maybe for the Bane.
And Meteor Hammer on cooldown, I believe.
Yeah, well I meant the old hammer.
Ah, the sanities.
Yeah, we got double hammers, right? How's Broodmother looking? Completely free, going for the Orchid first. So strong against Ember Spirit and Odie.
That's what we saw in the first Brood game today.
Yeah. And I'm a little worried. Like this Brood might potentially push the pace to a point where this Odie and Sven will not feel comfortable at all with this game.
Do you think Collapse should be doing a little bit more with the Meteor Hammer? And he's pushing bottom, he's farming as best he can, but should he be fighting, or should the team look to fight, or is making space by getting this tower enough?
You gotta get this tower first before you move, I think.
Radiant's bottom
Fada is
tower
doing a very
is
good
under
job at
attack.
defending it though. Or he's dragging the creep wave away. But obviously he has the ward on the next assassin, so he knows not to come forward. But does it anyway, because he's a Giga Chad.
Goes into the trees and now pops that clarity. Mira, though, crossing the lane line, and, well, Fada goes back towards the top end of the lane, where now, oh, he gets the Nightmare onto this OD. Impale, as well as the Mana Burn. So now out of mana, but it won't matter. Collapse can't get anything from that. He was trying to maybe line up and hit this Bane. Instead throws the Meteor Hammer back onto the tower, as well as the Creep Wave.
Yeah, and now the ward position was given away by the tower. Such an agent sometimes.
Dire's middle
Broodmother
tower
converging on the
is
mid
under
tower.
attack.
Honestly,
And they want to make
Broodmother
tier
is just a more efficient Odie at this point. Like, he just pushes much faster.
And not
And it's
really
gone.
relying on that Meteor Hammer or that cooldown, and they end up getting the tier 1 over mid. So that opens up the jungle for the Dire, and you saw Sven. Yatro's trying to farm inside the jungle and really try and bolster his farm, but instead now he's forced back into a lane and back into places on the map where he's not going to feel as comfortable.
Yeah, and look at the Broodmother. It's almost an orc completed. 600 gold. Ember Spirit has Maelstrom queued up, so there's no dispel in sight anytime soon.
Sentry placed down. Spike Carapace, Storm Hammer coming through. 9 moves forward. They've got the assault coming up from Snake.
Oh,
King, and
Yatoro's
now the
dead.
Fiend's Grip. Yatoro's going to die very quickly. And they had everybody coming in for the side of Tundra, and they want to continue to go. Collapse, he's in some trouble. The magic missile comes out. We've got the Wraithfire Blast to follow it up, so the stun lock's there. The damage, however, will follow up from 33 with that spawn Spiderling, so that's 2, and make it a 3rd with Mira falling to 9. Tundra, full control of this game, and all the tier 1 towers about to be gone on the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, this pace is getting way too fast for Spirit. Like, Sven also uses God Strength, so he can't even farm the Ancients.
Is under attack.
At least not easily. The Ancients are blocked anyway by Fata.
Dire's bottom tower
Like,
has
Tundra is playing amazingly in this game 3 here.
They've really picked up some form. Starting with that second game, they've got themselves a little bit of momentum going. Winning this game would mean they're the first team to win 2 games in a series against Spirit since LGD. And then could potentially break that streak, but obviously for all the Tundra fans, I'll knock on some wood.
I don't know what that means.
It's a anti-jinx kind of thing.
Oh, knocking on wood?
Yeah.
Alright. Never heard that before, but if you're saying it, BKL, I'll trust you. You're the most trustworthy person. I know.
You didn't say that with much conviction, but I'll
Sure.
take it. Arcade boots picked up here by the Shadow Demon. We'll see what Miposhka can do. He's now got that level 6, so they have the Demonic Purge. The Yatoro, he is not feeling too strong or too comfortable in this game, right?
Look at the spiders coming and just blocking the camps. Oh, he lost his Orchid.
It's a big timing. To end up being missed now.
It's gone for 2 minutes. Ay. That's it could have been a dead Ember or dead Odie right there. But now you can't do it.
And the run at you does stop for a little bit, for a minute and a half at least.
Well, it doesn't have to stop, but perhaps be less effective.
Yeah, a little
But
bit
you still
weaker
wanna,
now.
yeah, you still wanna like really harass the Sven here. And 3-3 is really obnoxious with his Broodmother. He's just blocking all the camps all the time.
Just throwing these spiders out all over. Gonna have to call an exterminator for that. If you were the side of Team Spirit.
They're just coming in again. They never stop. Well, now they stop.
The Fiend's Grip now onto Mira, and that'll lead to another 33 kill. He doesn't need the Orchid to get a kill, but we'll have that boost up soon once he gets it off the courier in
Oh
another
my
minute.
god. He blocked the Ancients and the Big Cap again.
Spiderlings.
And they can't even do anything about it. Like, what do you do about this?
I guess
This-
Miposhka's trying to get some farm. That's worth like 50 gold, sure.
Yeah, Sven can't get his biggest resource because of spiders running in there. Damn. That's actually such a big deal.
He wants to get that Blink Dagger so he can get some mobility under his belt and really start to move in and potentially get a kill with the next God Strength. It's tough, though, when a lot of your map is being blocked by, honestly, amazing micro from 33.
Yeah, I want to see if he does it again. Where are the spiderlings?
There's looks like they're
moving
starting
out.
to spread out. That almost looks like it's command. Insert block camp command.
Oh my god, it's blocked again.
I sense a next patch. Spiderlings now no longer block camp.
Did you see how they spread out too? That looked insane.
You ever see the movie 8-Legged Freaks?
Yes.
That's what this feels like. When they just kind of come over the mountainside and block all these camps.
Sure, except they're the size of a little house.
Radiant structures
That is true.
fortified.
Luckily, they're not trapdoor spiders.
Dude.
4 heroes bottom for Team Spirit.
And stop talking about spiders.
These all belong to me.
There's a
Let's
Brood in
talk
the game.
about-
I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, but she doesn't. Honestly, Brood looks like a very like acceptable spider. You know what I mean? Like not spidery spider.
I don't know if
Especially
Frodo
with this
would
set.
agree with you.
Look at this set. It's
Yeah,
like
this set
stone.
gives very Guardian vibes from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't look like a very scary spider, right?
Depends what your definition of scary is. Things that can kill me, they're definitely scary. Yatoro up in the top lane. He's got that Mask of Madness as well as the Echo Saber closing in on this Blink Dagger, but does go to use that God Strength. So I'll have to wait for that to be off cooldown, but he should be able to farm the Blink Dagger while he's got the God Strength up, and that'll give him the opportunity to maybe make a move with the next one. Toronto Tokyo, he is 2 levels behind 9 on this Razor.
Yeah, Ember Spirit doesn't really have a game at all, unfortunately. This is kind of what happens when you put it against Razor. It's such a tough lane. Oh, look at the spider party out of the ward spot there.
They're not one single spider though. I'm still
Yeah.
yet to see that.
Yeah, only Old 11 did that.
Radiant's bottom
still.
tower is under attack.
33 sitting on the top of the net worth.
Yeah.
Going for that BKB. And they're invading the jungle, so Tundra's taking away the farm again from this Sven. Sven, he does pick up the Blink Dagger. He doesn't have God Strength for another minute. And Tundra, they're... Oh, Skitter thought about TPing out, but that'll be on cooldown. Now they are by Roche, and they are by this top tier 2 if they want to make a push or go for an objective.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, just looking around, I'm trying to see who I favor more in the late game. I think it's gonna be quite even. But the pace of this game is definitely going Tundra's way, obviously. Razor does have his BKB going to the refresher next. Standard. Broodmother BKB. Yeah, this Wraith King is also finishing his Blink Dagger, so...
Quite free game for him.
Yeah, looking to further increase the pace.
Tower is under attack.
To be fair to Yatoro, he's a higher level than Skitter.
Sure, but like you're supposed to be really far ahead of the Wraith King at this point. Probably like 3k net worth or so. I just can't farm with Ancients. Well, now we can.
Mira getting taken out by 33, now dominating.
Makes it look easy.
Ooh, Bulwark
Very,
too.
very
That's
easy.
always a good one.
Dire's top tower.
You a fan of
Yep.
Bulwark?
Attack.
Yeah. Mostly for the region. Usually forget to use this active.
Bulwark
Yo.
for both sides.
I don't know if you're with me here, but like the neutral item looks so insignificant. Like the icon is just so much smaller. I think they should make it bigger.
Where, on the HUD or in the game?
Yeah. Like look, there's so much space, right, on the HUD.
I guess. You could always make it a square that takes up the fill on from the corners right there to the TP.
Yeah, exactly. Cause like it's so small that you just think it's, you know, it's just a passive item, but it's actually
in
an
a
active
rush.
item. Yeah, and it's pretty free. They can't fight it all in Spirit right now. It's a problem. Like
Dire's top
Ember
tower
has
is
no
under
Orchid
attack.
counter, Odie has no Orchid counter, even Sven has no BKB yet. Like they need so many items to be ready to fight. Not happening anytime soon.
Roshan has fallen.
Yeah, Aegis for Tundra, and they continue to just feel
Radiant's bottom tower is
ultra comfortable in this lane.
Yeah, I'm a little scared for Spirit because they have stuns, but they don't really have like superior team fight.
Ooh, Toronto, Tokyo.
Radiant's
Sent out of his
bottom
jungle,
tower
out of his
is under
triangle.
attack.
Yeah. How do you fight it to all these BKBs? You can't.
And they're
Oh,
trying to buy their time as
Yatoro.
much as they can, and here come the massive TPs over bottom. They've got the Fiend's Grip available. There's Collapse with the Astro Imprisonment. They have Swap, I believe, ready to go, and that's going to be on Yatoro. They should be able to get the kill onto the Sven. Nothing to stop that. Mira now on the run from the rest of the team, too, with Blink Dagger. They'll catch up, throw a Wraith Fire Blast, and get themselves a second. So Yatoro tries to push the bottom tier 2, doesn't get the tower, and loses his life.
Yeah. I've seen Yatoro die like this twice now. Like, he has 2 deaths, and both times he used God Strength and instantly dies. It such a feels bad, man, because like obviously you want to use it to farm faster or get some objective or something, but yeah, Tundra's really on top of it.
They're on top of the movements. They're on top of the map all over, really, and they've just made it really hard for Spirit to enact any plan.
Yeah, it's not gonna get easier. Like, they really need that BKB on the Sven, but even then, there's still a swap, there's Fiend's Grip, all the Razor spells go through it except Plasma Field. It's looking quite grim for
Yeah,
Bottom tower
the iChamps.
which they use, too. They use the Fiend's Grip. They use the swap, making sure that they can control Yatoro. He's the only one at this moment in time that they really need to focus, especially with that God Strength. Everybody else can, for the most part, be a +1, especially with the BKBs. They don't really feel too bothered, right? Snake
Yeah.
King, 33, as well as Fada spotted. There's the Vendetta hit, as well as the Impel. Spike Carapace, they've got the swap to save Fada. That puts Venge in a bit of a bad spot as the Orchid comes through onto Mira. Mira taking a little bit of damage from the Spiderlings. They've got the Plasma Field coming out. Toronto Tokyo needs to be careful. Collapse drops the Sanities, gets the kill on a Snake King, and now on the other side of the fight, they've got 9 as well as Skitter, ready to come down the steps and maybe cut off Spirit's escape. Again, Astro Imprisonment, 33, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. They've got the BKB available on this Broodmother, and that will be popped as they start to retreat. They only lose the Venge, but they do push Spirit to the brink in this bottom tier 2.
Yeah, they're poking at them, which is exactly how they need to play. Because like in a full-blown fight, if anything happens, they'll just get blown out. So very well played by the Ember, getting 2 shackles, or 2 steering chains rather. And then if the Root doesn't BKB that's done, he's just dead. He's gonna God Strength, he's gonna kill him. So very necessary BKB. Good recognition also by 33. But the pressure is still on. 6k down, map steadily shrinking.
Yeah.
They only stopped the bleeding. They didn't actually gain any ground.
Yeah, they have been struggling to really stop the bleeding, and Tundra, death by 1,000 cuts towards Spirit at the moment. Toronto Tokyo, Fiend's Grip, it's there. Toronto Tokyo dead on his screen pretty much already. And once that control is there, there's nothing he can do without any help, and it's a quick kill for Tundra.
Yeah, Dota is so easy to play when you have stuns. Which I really like that they started picking them up in game 2 and now game 3 as well. Do you think they're gonna ban Broodmother next game?
With 2 good performances not only in this event but today, and it might be one of those bans that you have to make, and the question becomes, they picked it in the first phase, right? So does it become a first phase ban, opening up other things like the Spirit Breaker, like the IO?
Potentially, yeah. It's always a big question. Oh, I got stunned on the Razor, but no follow-up, obviously. Fake hype.
Is there a point where this game starts to turn for Spirit, or are they just not on their timings?
Let's see. So Sven definitely needs his BKB. He's so far away from it, though. Wow. Like, he needs his BKB. That's step 1. But even then, Razor can just freely link him with a double link. Now he's the refresher op already on the Razor. He is so massive. Yeah, I don't know. They have to like somehow force the BKBs of Tundra by poking with the OD, with the Ember, and then find a good reinitiation after the BKBs are used. I don't see how they win a team fight with all resources available on both sides. Just not happening. Or maybe like a good bait, you know, and then get a defensive Astral going, something like that. Because they do have 2 very strong defensive supports / offlaner. So.
Right.
Yeah,
Sven going for the Daedalus. And, ooh, actually BKB, yeah.
He needs that BKB. He can't fight without it.
He's got the BKB now as he disassembled the Echo Saber.
Yep.
And he's going to build right back into it.
Yeah, it's just 2 value of an item. Sleep on Shadow Demon. Are they going to sacrifice him?
Ooh.
Not yet.
Astral Imprisonment. Can he disrupt himself? He's buying time, but he is still very dead.
Yeah. Deader than dead. And yeah, this is the story of the game. How do you leave base now as Spirit? 10k behind. You can't even split push with the BKB because they have Swap and Fiend's Grip. It's a very, very tough game for Secret. For Spirit to win from this spot on.
Yeah.
They might even catch Collapse if he's not careful. Oh, he has no blink.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Looking for him.
Trying to escape. Blink available again, and he's free to leave.
It's weird to see Spirit in this position, right? Not used to it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think there's only one game this tournament where Spirit looked like this. Like unable to leave the base.
Yeah, it's the first time they're moving to someone else's plan. You know, they're kind of being corralled, they're being controlled. It's not Spirit playing out what they want to do.
Yeah. The Broodmother really made the draft hard. I'm very surprised they chose to pick Shadow Demon against it, to be honest. Like, I saw the draft go down, and they didn't really address the Brood too much. A 5-man smoke here, trying to make something happen. Double BKB Razor, though.
So the Fist Searing Chains looking for the Impale. After the Nightmare, it lands. They've got the Mana Burn, but there's the swap. A lot of damage being done here on Tamira already. Looking for the Remnant now. They'll try to chase. They've got the Wraith King. Goes into the Vendetta. And, well, they don't hit him with the Dust. They've got the BKB popped as well as the Fiend's Grip on Yatro. They get the kill there. Skitter cuts him down from half health. They pop the Lincolns on the Ember while they're going in on a Mapochka in the base. Toronto Tokyo trying to fight. They get the kill on Maposhka and they end up losing bottom. The magic missile comes through, but it's not even going to be needed with the damage coming in from Skitter. Down goes Mira. And while the only one left alive for now is Collapse, but once he gets out of this imprisonment, he'll be prisoned in a respawn time. A lot of buybacks being expended by Team Spirit, and they get nothing out of it. A good retreat by Tundra.
Yeah, triple buyback and no cash. They're actually looking to go back in. There's no buyback.
Oh gosh, Toronto Tokyo, he's dead. That could potentially be it. They still have Sven up in 10 seconds.
It really depends on whether they just want to GG out or not. Like, winning from this point on is very, very challenging. Like, maybe 1% chance I'd give them.
Swap. And the spike carapace, but this is a big issue. And it looks like, yeah, he's going to be gone as well. Eventually, Skitter getting another kill as he has made it. So he is 6-0-4.
Well, they're holding on to the barracks at least, but look at that gold lead. 18k, yeah, Roshan is up. And they're just gonna straight move to it because Broodmother is super good at killing it. Yeah, I think you either gotta pick heroes that are like super good against Brood, or you just gotta ban it. Like scrap this OD idea unless Brood is banned.
I mean, I kind of agree. It might be time to ban the Brood, but again, do you have the opportunity to ban the Brood? And what happened in the first fate? Oh, Yatoro, Nightmare, Fiend's Grip, and there's the refresher used by 9. It's going to be a very dead Yatoro very quickly. Collapse blinks away. They still get the Sven though.
Yeah, slight overcommitment with the refresher perhaps, but it's a core kill. It's going to come off cooldown in no time, so better be safe than sorry. They still have a swap too. They catch someone. No. Very cautious on Spirit side. Yeah, like, I don't even know how you stop them from just taking this Rex. Is Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist spam enough? Probably not.
Doesn't look like it. Lincoln's popped, Remnant over to the side. They've still got the swap or Remnant in between the tier 4s. They get the stun out on a Maposhka, who's there to try and get the save, and the Venge is in a little bit too far, but Snake King doesn't care because his life is worth nothing in the grand scheme of it when they get the mid-set of racks.
Yeah, actually the play was quite nice. It's just wasn't communicated properly, it looked like, because it was supposed to be an Orchid swap play, but the Orchid wasn't pre-clicked, so ended up not resulting in a kill. Because if they get the Ember there, they could potentially just end the game, right?
Yeah.
So I like the attempt, and yeah, it's not like they're losing map control or anything because of it, so low risk, high reward kind of play.
$24,000 net worth lead. Not looking like many answers here for the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah.
Toronto Tokyo trying to take out an OBS. Slide comes in, but skitters through. 2 shots, Maposhka. A little double tap.
Yeah, but this is also the reason why a lot of people feel like Sven is very weak. Like, his laning is just okay, and if he's ever behind the enemy cores, he just feels so, like, worthless in comparison. That's 2 sides gone.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what's your answer? They're coming for your 3rd side soon, you better have one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
I don't know what's up with all the Lincolns. The Razor bought the Lincolns now as well again for what?
He's so strong already. Spike Carapace comes out. Followed up with the Mana Burn and the 2-man Impale, but they've got the swap, so the save is there. The Sleight of Fist comes through. Silence, Refresher, and 9 just blowing up Mira. They'll go after Toronto, Tokyo. They have the Astro Imprisonment. But again, it's just extending the inevitable as 9 gets yet another kill. Demonic Purge not going to matter. 9 able to walk it off. There's nobody here from Team Spirit who can make a move in. And with that, they'll call GG. And Tundra now 1 game away from crowning themselves the champions.
There was 2 very one-sided games in a row for Tundra.
Yeah, they looked really clean in both games, and the Brood is a big issue. This Brood not getting stopped, and then it just opens up the game for everybody else. He took away a lot of farm from Sven with the Spiderlings blocking those camps. It was almost perfect from Tundra.
Yeah, I agree. It came a lot down to the draft. They picked the Sven to sort of answer the Brood, but we have seen it's not really a Brood answer at all. Like, you lane well for a couple of levels, and then you have to go to jungle anyway. You give up your safe lane tower, then it just rotates mid, takes that tower. Your entire map just shrinks too much. You have an OD off lane. You have an Ember middle that gets crushed by a Razor matchup.